There's an old legend that we have on our planet. When we die, our souls merge with the ones we love the most, so you can be together for eternity. Yeah, sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? I guess it's not a big deal, though. There's no harm in letting people believe in something that gives them hope. And right now, we can take all the hope we can get, because things aren't looking good for us. Our planet, our home, all of us are starting to lose hope. Luxumbria used to be a beautiful, thriving world, but ever since that horrible war, it's been dying a slow, painful death. We've tried for centuries to reverse course, but... well, let's just say that there aren't that many of us left. That's why it's important to know our history. Even as a small child, I've spent my life trying to learn more about how we arrived here. Luxumbria isn't like other planets. It's split into two halves of dark and light. My species and I are called Umbrians, and we all live in the dark half. We're led by a queen named Artemis, and she's been around since the war. There used to be a species that lived in the light half, the Luxarians. Our history books describe them as a bunch of violent savages obsessed with power. But now, they're all extinct. Why? Because they're the reason Luxumbria is dying. 1,000 years ago, they were the ones that started the war between us. And when they started losing, they scorched the entire planet to try and kill us. But we survived. In the end, they all died instead. Ironic. Interesting stuff, right? That's why history's important. Because we can learn from it. I just wish others could see it. And the only one who does...
I knew it!
Still isn't fully convinced. Selena...
So did Queen Artemis give you that job yet?
No, not yet. But it's only been a few days.
Oh yeah? What happens if you don't get chosen? Because while you've been doing this, everyone's been trying to pick up your slack.
I will get that job, Selena.
You don't know that! When are you going to realize that wasting time like this is not good for either of us?
It's not a waste of time, Selena.
I know. I'm sorry. But we have people counting on us. Queen Artemis is counting on us. I know you're waiting to hear back from her, but you can't just put all your faith into something without a backup plan.
I know. It's just...
Well, at least until then, maybe spend less time reading about the past of the Luxarians and more on the present. Please?
As it turns out, I was personally chosen by Queen Artemis after that day. It was great news for Selena and I, but that's just it. When everyone is simply trying to survive, no one cares about listening to a historian. That's why I have a plan. No Umbrian has entered the light half of Luxumbria since the war. That is, until today. Or rather, it was going to be. Hello there.
Whoa. You're like a tiny purple me.
Tiny purple me? I don't understand. Wait, you can understand me?
Whoa. You can hear me too? That's so cool. What is this place? All the trees and stuff are purple and sparkly just like you. And your horns glow in the dark? That's awesome.
At first,
Also,
I was just
why in the
plain
dark?
confused.
Is it nighttime?
Who in the
I can see
world
a
was
bunch
this
of light over
woman?
that way.
And why did she seem so carefree? After meeting a stranger she's never seen before. Not only that, as I watched her fly around, I realized something that should have frightened me. It was unmistakable. She was a Luxurian. But something wasn't right. This woman is nothing like the books describe. And that's when I began to suspect everything wasn't what it seemed. So, how did you end up all the way out here?
What do you mean?
Your ship? You crashed here. I was nearby when I saw it happen. Don't you remember anything?
Not really. My head kinda hurts, so something must have happened to me while I was asleep.
Well, do you at least have a name?
My name. Oh, wait! I remember! I'm Andromeda. It's nice to meet you, mister.
When I traveled all this way to the planetary border, I never would have imagined coming face to face with the last living Luxurian. But I'm glad I did. It's nice to meet you, Andromeda. My name is Percy. Because everything changed that day. And not just our lives, but the future of all Luxumbria. This is the story of the last Luxurian. The story of how I saved Andromeda.